Hello and welcome back to the Diesel is Eating Meat podcast. I'm your host, Quite, and as always, joined by Diesel eating meat.
I'm eating steak.
Meat. No,
and also
meat.
Wild
Say
Spartans,
No.
Brendan.
Hi, Diesel's eating meat. Welcome back to the podcast. Diesel likes stuffing his mouth with meat.
Meat.
I mean, I take big bites.
Meat.
Yeah, he takes a line at a time.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
like sucking
time.
at the juices and shit. He like sucking at the juices, just really savoring the flavor of that meat. That meat!
You know what? I was gonna not finish my dinner, but now I'm just gonna finish it because you guys are fucking assholes.
Are you enjoying
Yeah,
your meat?
finish that meat, Diesel. Finish that meat!
Suck my dick.
Eat that juicy meat, Diesel.
To be honest, it's pretty cold and dry. It's not really that great.
Damn, you need to choose some better meat to, eat.
You need some moisturized meat.
Yeah,
People who don't, people who
that
don't like
doesn't
me
work,
talking
Brendan.
about
That
my
one doesn't
mouthful are
work.
gonna be pissed.
Add some sauce on your meat.
Okay, we get it. It's funny. It's a penis joke. The penis joke has ran out.
It
like
lasted
that.
like a minute and 30 seconds. Pretty decent.
I'd say that's
for
a quality,
dick joke.
quality
That's a
amount
big
of
dick
time.
joke.
It's a big dick joke.
Yeah.
Ah, you got it.
I'm so sorry. I keep eating with my mouth full. I feel like I'm being rude, but then on the other hand, I'm really hungry.
Who cares?
You sound the same.
Yeah. I mean, you just sound like something's in your throat, but that's it.
Not even,
mean,
like,
I'm
you sounds
almost
the same
done.
to me.
I'm almost done eating. Okay, quiet. First topic. Let's go. Come on.
The first topic is Henry Cavill is no longer Superman.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
Yeah, I wonder why. It's not like the role's been fucking obliterated.
I heard,
Who
like,
wants to be Superman?
I heard that it sounds like he got fucking booted from the role. Because, like, they could...
Really?
Like, shit fell through and they were, like, trying to negotiate a cameo for him in Shazam. Which I think would have been cool to see, but it doesn't not happen, doesn't look like.
So he got booted?
It's not been, like, officially confirmed, but it's coming from the Hollywood Reporter, so it's, like, pretty much happened, and their responses have been super fucking vague.
Maybe he's like, I want this amount of money, and they're like, no, you're not getting that amount of money.
Maybe
that's
yeah,
what
I
happened.
think that was part of what they said, but it's like it feels like the fucking DC universe is falling apart even more than it was because like they lost Ben Affleck, they've lost Henry Cavill, like they've lost the actors for their two title characters, like two of their three title.
I think it's because like the movies just haven't been that good.
they've been critical and or commercial failures.
Yeah, and them attached to their name to that is like just bad for their career because like it is. You know, if it's like I was Superman. Oh yeah, in that movie that failed. Like, you know.
Yeah,
So I can see the perspective.
Yeah, Henry. Some of it seems like it could like be coming from scheduling issues, like, and apparently that was only like exacerbated by the fact that Henry Cavill is playing Geralt in the Witcher Netflix series now.
That
is?
I can't believe we didn't put that down actually on the topics list because the casting for that's real strange.
We can talk about it right
Well,
now if you want, because I've heard there was like a controversy around it, but I really didn't know what it was.
Educate me because I know nothing about
Yeah,
this.
I don't either. I just knew that he got cast.
I
as
didn't even
Geralt.
know there was a Witcher series on Netflix.
Like, it doesn't exist yet, but it's like I haven't even
They're
played the Witcher
casting
game,
for
so
it right now. They're casting for it. So first of all, the
I didn't
guy
know
who
they were
wrote
planning
the
on it.
Witcher books is already not approving of this. He's like, I think the video games are bad and they ruined my book series, and I thinks the same thing.
if he thinks the games are bad, like I don't really care what he thinks about other media.
He's not a gamer. He's not a gamer.
Like I
George.
haven't played the games, but I've heard only positive things, and I'm more inclined to trust people who play video games than
I've read two of his novels, the ones that are filled with like short stories from the Witcher universe of the books, and I mean like the book universe is way different from the game universe. They basically pulled an entirely new continuity out of their ass. Like, okay, spoilers, but this is an old game, so if you didn't play the first Witcher, you're like, I don't know, you're like 20 years too late or something.
I thought you were gonna say Witcher 3, and I was like,
No, but like I think it's the last book in his series. Geralt dies, right? But in the first Witcher game, Geralt's brought back to life after dying. So
Is it,
like they just pulled a new continuity, just like out of thin
so
air.
is the Netflix series supposed to be like based off the books or more the video game?
It's looking like it's gonna be based more off the video game, from what it's looking like. That
Yeah,
they're just
I would
taking
imagine.
the video game and readapting it.
Yeah, like I'd imagine the video game is the more popular of the two like versions of the material. So like I guess they'd draw from that more.
I didn't even know there was a book.
Yeah, I didn't either
so-
until Henry Cavill got cast and they were talking about it on a podcast.
If you're Polish, the Witcher books are like your national treasure, like their national heritage, because they cover a lot of like that Eastern Europe mythology that kind of got lost in I want to say the Bronze Age.
I guess that
But
makes
don't
sense.
quote me on that, but
Isn't like the Witcher video game like national treasure in like some European country?
yeah, they
national
no,
treasure.
it's like a huge thing over there. Yeah,
Which
It
country
really
was
is.
it though? I don't remember. Like which
I want to say Poland.
which
But
country
I
is
might
CD
be
Projekt
wrong.
Red based in?
God, I can't remember.
I'll look it up.
Yeah.
No, but when you said like national treasure, I just imagine like this big fucking
Nicolas
picture of
Cage.
like the Xbox game cover,
Like
It's
Nicolas
just,
Cage,
like,
Nicolas
Witcher
Cage
3.
hunting for a city made entirely out of Witcher game cases.
Yeah, basically, that's what I thought.
Yeah,
like
but
Golden City, TBH.
They are Polish.
okay.
They are
there we
okay.
go.
So it's
I-
like the
I guess
Witcher
I'm
thing.
right.
It's the Witcher medium as a whole, I guess.
Yeah. And I mean, Henry Cavill is like fucking Geralt. I mean, that makes sense. I could totally see him doing that. Just have him not talk a lot like Geralt, and you're fine because he's hot, and you put a white wig on him, and you're good to go. But they casted Dandelion, who is a bard, and he's like a player. He's like he like gets with the ladies. They casted Snoop Dogg as Dandelion, because he'll like make. Oh, that's not bad.
Is that?
I don't know if that's actually.
Is that
That-
supposed to
that's
be-
not actually from The Witcher, but it's Henry Cavill in a suit of armor.
Oh yeah, no, he could totally pull it off.
Yeah.
Totally pull it off.
Wait,
Yeah, actually, like casted him.
they cast Snoop Dogg as this guy who looks like he's from the Assassin's Creed 2 trailer.
Yes. Yes.
Wait, can you
Wait,
send
no,
a picture of that too?
So that's Dandelion. Yeah, but they
Oh,
casted
yeah.
Snoop Dogg as Dandelion. I guess because they both make rhymes.
Was
Really?
was that what the controversy was about?
No. So people were pretty okay with that casting. I think it's a little strange, but
Dandelion-
fine.
It seems like strange, but I don't know how.
Johnny Depp would have made a better Dandelion.
I don't think
I mean,
Johnny
visually.
Cast. I don't think Johnny
Yeah.
Depp is a smart choice on at least from a producer standpoint.
I think
He
he would
looks
be a
like
good
him.
choice for Dandelion. I could see him
Maybe
pulling off that
like
role
as
really
an
well.
actor, but I don't think any studio or any project wants anything to do with Johnny Depp anymore.
Why?
Is he that bad?
Did he like touch somebody else
he-
or like?
No, he likes Coke or something.
I think he might have beaten someone. I don't know. I really don't know, but I just remember there was like a fucking major uproar about him still being in Fantastic Beasts.
Johnny
Let me see if I can.
I'm
let me
not.
see if I
I'm
can
not
find him.
entirely
drugs.
I'm not into it either. Like fucking. Let's just look for controversies on his fucking
sure. But
Yeah, just
Wikipedia page.
look up news.
Johnny Depp would have been a good choice because I'm thinking back to like his previous roles as like Jack Sparrow. I could see him playing like a Dandelion character. Like that's
Yeah.
basically him being Johnny Depp.
Yep.
But Snoop Dogg, like, okay, it's a little strange, right? But one of the pivotal characters in the Witcher series is Ciri. She she's a very important character if you play Witcher 3. And in the novels, she's basically the protagonist. But they specifically want a black or like minority person to play Ciri, which I mean, okay, fine, but like Ciri is described in like the books and everything as being like, oh, having the White Witcher hair, like freckles, like. People were like,
Yeah.
Ciri's not supposed to be a brown person.
What is she like in the video games? Is she white as well?
I'm pretty sure she's white with white hair.
She's very white. All Witchers have white hair. But
Okay. I mean,
Yeah. So is Siri in the Netflix gonna have white hair?
I mean, I think
she'll
all of
be
them
a
would
black
have.
lady with white hair. You can't be a Witcher and not have white hair.
I guess I can see like a black person with white hair. I don't think that really knocks it out, but like, I don't think it's an
Isn't
absolute
there-
necessity. Not like
Yeah,
not
but,
the
like-
white hair thing, but like the fucking race cast thing. Like if they're good actors, whatever.
You shouldn't be casting
Yeah.
based on race anyway, unless it's important
Yeah.
to the character.
Yeah,
Like-
I mean, yeah.
If it draws from source material that's already characterized them one way, and I mean, maybe if the video game already took liberties with it, they can take their own liberties in the Netflix series.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
again,
People
I
are-
haven't read the books or played the game, so I'm not really the best to commentate on any of this.
Yeah, if people are salty because it's like a conflict with lore, I could see that. But other than that, like I don't really.
It's like it doesn't really play
see
into
the
her character
issue.
that much. It's not like
No, I mean, like, if it's like tradition where all Witchers are like white and then white hair and like weird color eyes, I could see why people would be like, wow, that's a weird casting choice.
If it's just the white hair, like, you can do that with anybody.
Yeah, I don't know if there's any specific rules for the skin color.
Like, the issue with casting people like Snoop Dogg in the role of Dandelion is, like, people that are, you know, black wouldn't be really common in the land that The Witcher takes place in. It's not to say that
That's
they wouldn't
true.
exist. It's just like, you know, for like pivotal characters surrounded by Geralt, because they're obviously going to focus this on Geralt. They're not going to focus this on Ciri, you know, but like to have all these supporting characters be like deliberately not white and be the only colored people in the entire like land is a bit strange, you know.
I mean,
and it's like
you could say the
It's-
same thing that like it's a fucking fantasy world that doesn't have to apply to the same rules as like us, and that like maybe it is just a more mixed society. But who like
Yeah, but
I
what
don't know.
Diesel's leaning to is they're pandering.
I mean, maybe, but it's like
they
if it doesn't
totally
really
are
affect the
pandering,
storytelling. I
but
don't
like
know.
if you truly respect the source material and source like the world of The Witcher and the way the government's set up, you know, because the way the world's set up is about as well as the way that the Game of Thrones universe is set up in the books. Like, you could put it on a map and determine, like, oh, this is this government and they work this way and their type of people live like this, and you don't go to this area because it's filled with these things and it's like this and blah, blah, blah. So, like, there are certain ways for that to be, and it's like, okay, you can make those changes in the lore, but it's like the people surrounding Geralt, like, if they're all deliberately colored, then that might be pandering.
I mean, yeah, but if it's like they're the only colored people that exist and they just all happen to be kind of like essential supporting characters, that's one thing. But if it's like they just decide to take liberties with the world as a whole, where it's like they just make it a mixed society and these supporting characters happen to be those like more like diverse race, it's whatever for me. Because again, I don't know how much it factors into the actual thing. Like, I'm not the consumer of this kind of thing, so I don't really know if I should be speaking on it, period.
I mean, I can get the perspective of people being upset with them if they think they're pandering, because at this point, you can't even tell when people are pandering anymore.
I don't really care
that's
if
kind of
people...
annoying.
I
I'll
can't
be
tell
honest,
the
I don't
difference
really...
between parody and like actual pandering.
I can't even lie. I don't really care if people pandered for diversity nowadays. Like, it doesn't bother me.
See, I don't like the pandering because it's like if the people who are making it want a different vision, but it's like, oh, we need to have diverse casts so people don't get upset. I don't
Yeah,
like
I mean,
that. It's like people
it's
should really
like-
do what they want with their work.
I mean, yeah, executives want to pander, but usually when they pander, they give it to, like, they tell what these people who actually care about the project that they're working on, they, like, the people who actually have to execute the project, they give it to them, and they care about making something good with these guidelines that they're given. So it's
yeah,
like,
but like I don't like
just
that
because
that's like there.
I don't care.
Yeah, but I'm saying I don't like that it's there.
Yeah,
I don't
fair
like
enough.
the
But, like,
diversity
I don't-
quotas. I
I
never
don't-
liked diversity quotas.
I don't really see what it changes that much, other than there's just, hey, look, it's black people are extras as well.
I think like if all the people surrounding Geralt like are just deliberately like, oh, here's the black one, here's the Hispanic one, here's the Asian friend, you know, like, okay, like,
Yeah, and then
maybe
like,
we're
you don't
getting a
see
little bit
anybody
pushy.
of those races.
it's literally just every single
It's like
race.
instead of having a regular dwarf, it's like a dwarf in a wheelchair just because you need to have someone in a wheelchair.
Like, I think it would be weird, like, if, like, everybody around him was, like, very multicultural and the rest of the world is just white. Like, I think that would be super fucking awkward, and I'm like, this just like, it's fucking a prick in my side. Like, why is it just these specific three people or, like, these minority races, but no one else? Because, like, it has to be like, as long as it's consistent with the world that they're building, like, I don't think it really bothers me. Because it doesn't really get in the way of the storytelling, because it doesn't break world immersion. It's just
I mean,
this world is like
I've
different.
pretty much already set up in my head that this is gonna be really bad because I don't think Henry Cavill's a good like actor at all. But
Really?
like,
Really?
I think he's awful. Have you seen him in 50 Shades of Grey?
I haven't watched.
He was in-
I haven't watched
Okay,
50
yeah,
Shades
why-
of Grey.
Better question: why'd you watch 50 Shades of Grey?
I was curious. It's really an awful.
I mean,
movie.
I feel like
curious.
watching
I wanted
50
to see
Shades
how
of
many
Grey.
nuts I could
I
bust.
haven't seen the movie, so I can't judge it too harshly. But I imagine that's not the greatest benchmark for someone's acting ability.
No, it's not the. It's definitely the bottom of the barrel as far as cinema is concerned. But
Why would you be like, he had an awful performance in
He
50
does-
Shades of Grey?
I mean, like, you have to work with what you get, but like he is probably one of the worst Supermen to ever don
What
their
an
cape.
awful performance in
What
50
it-
Shades
no,
of Grey.
I think he did like a decent job as Superman, but there wasn't
I
like
think he
you
was
have to work with
awful.
what you get, and he barely got anything.
Act stoic and sad, and make sure to cry when you save
he
these
was
children.
He did that really well because that's what he was told what they wanted.
I didn't watch any of his
know.
Supermans. I cannot judge. I have not watched Superman or 50 Shades of Grey, so I have no opinion.
I think he had some pretty great moments in Man of Steel.
That's great.
That movie's bad though.
I mean, the
So
movie's
overall.
bad, but Henry Cavill wasn't. I don't think.
I
Wasn't
think he was
Batman
bad.
versus Superman trash?
Which one?
Batman versus Superman.
That was also
yes,
trash.
that was bad. Yes.
I remember that being really hyped up when I was in school, and everyone's like, Batman versus Superman. I'm like, okay.
And then when it sucked, I think
Yeah.
we kind of realized, DC's not doing so hot.
DC's not that good anyway.
They blew their load too early with the death of Superman because that's one of the most famous comics. of all
They shouldn't have
time.
fucking touched that storyline until like the final movie in like the Cavill trilogy.
They should have hyped it up like Infinity War and then just revived them all in the next movie anyways.
Death of Superman is like
Duh.
one of the most iconic stories, and they wasted it on like trying to shove Doomsday in with fucking like Return of the Dark Knight shit. It was God.
Return of the
and
Jedi.
setting up the fucking Justice League at the same time.
So bad. It was God.
My favorite part was when Batman pulled out the gun and just started mowing people down.
I remember
That happened?
I
Yes.
was watching. Yes,
I didn't watch
multiple
it.
times. I'm pretty sure
Batman shot people multiple times with fully
with
automatic rifles.
with his
Man,
car,
and
with
I
the
thought-
fucking gun.
And I thought I was evil for kicking people off buildings in Spider-Man. Jesus Christ.
I thought I was bad for muting people on Discord servers. But it's like, what was I saying? I completely blanked.
I don't know.
You were too busy making a Discord joke.
It was a good one. Okay, I don't regret it.
Yeah,
It was
Batman
something. It was
violent.
something. It was. Oh yeah, there was like this one video essay I watched like about like why fucking part of why like one of the problems with DC action scenes, and like when he was like doing the credit scroll, he just had like the clip of like Batman punching Superman up against the wall just on loop for like a minute straight.
Oh,
and
yeah.
like it flowed perfectly.
I saw that video.
Yeah. You know the one I'm talking about by Nerd Reddit.
yeah. But God, yeah, no, that movie was like
No good.
my
No
favorite
bueno.
part was when they like who was yelling Martha?
It
was Superman, right?
No, it was Batman. Like fucking Superman's like, I have to save Martha, but like if Batman didn't know like if Batman's mom's name wasn't Martha, how was he supposed to correlate with that? That's a fucking relative of yours, by like any means.
Yeah, like what? It
It's
was.
like, I have to save Martha.
I mean,
How
it's
do
a
you know
funny
that name?
coincidence. It's a funny coincidence, but it's so stupid in the context of the movie.
I like the
it
action
just
scene of Batman in the
destroying
warehouse
each
though.
other.
I
This
did like
movie sounds shit.
I thought like
I kind of
the
want to watch it now.
the scene of Batman in the warehouse, like where he was fighting everybody. That was pretty good though.
Like if the DC universe like actually picked up, that would have been the most important movie because literally everything happens in it. Like so many things happen in it.
They should have
I
had
mean-
they should have done like a fucking solo Batman and Wonder Woman movie before even trying anything like that. They should have like they had a fucking
their
like
time.
they had the blueprint labeled out of exactly what you should do to set up big team up movies. Literally just copy Marvel. It doesn't matter if you get accused of copying them because you might have had a successful franchise by now.
Dude, as long see, like this is the thing, right? Copy Marvel because they make good movies, and you have different characters and different storyline. People
Yeah.
will still watch them
Like,
anyways.
you can argue that their phase 1 was pretty crap for the most part, like but it's you can at least copy the formula of setting up the Avengers.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
Like set up more secondary characters in other people's movies as supporting characters. Like Black Widow and Hawkeye were in Black Widow was in fucking Iron Man 2. Hawkeye had a cameo in Thor, and then they got fleshed out a little more in the Avengers and subsequent in following movies. I can barely speak to that.
yes.
Infinity War 2 comes out May 3rd, 2009 or 2019.
Infinity
which
War-
is 2009.
Infinity War 2 working title.
More
Yeah.
Infinity War.
Untitled Avengers film release date May
Just
3rd.
Avengers 4, I guess. What do you guys think it'll be
Spider-Man-
called?
Infinity War 2.
Avengers Forever. I don't know.
Like supposedly
Infinity War Max.
Supposedly, it's a spoil. Like the name of it is a spoiler for Infinity War, which is why they didn't release the name of it.
Really.
Yeah.
I mean, Spider-Man. The next one's called like Spider-Man: Far From Home, I think.
Yeah, because
apparently it takes place literally right after Infinity War 2.
Yeah, I heard it takes
right
place
afterwards.
I heard it takes place right after Avengers 4 ends, like literally minutes after, and it's like in fucking Europe.
Okay,
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, there's been speculation that it's Jake Gyllenhaal as Mysterio, which I think would actually be really cool.
That would be a really good casting actually from Mysterio, in my opinion.
Yeah,
He's a great actor for that.
I would love to
my
see
God.
Mysterio. I would just want to see how they do Mysterio because he's such like a weird villain to.
He's like a funny villain because like his outfit in the comics is
Yeah,
so
it's like
stupid.
he's seen as kind of like comical, but like I feel like they'd make him like a little more of like a threat in this one. Like I remember I think I was watching an Emergency Awesome video, but it was speculating on how he could be maybe he stole Stark tech or some shit and he's using it for that, and like how the whole plot is based around like again stolen Stark tech, and that's why fucking Happy Hogan is in that one shot with Nick Fury and Maria Hill, whatever.
Damn. There's a lot happening.
Damn,
in Marvel.
Daniel.
And then,
Yeah, I'm really
Marvel good, DC bad.
As
all I
always,
can
I'm
think
very
about with
excited.
DC is when Batman rips a fucking sink out of the wall and bashes it over Superman's head.
I just want to see Shazam.
I do too. I
can't wait for them to add Shazam into the lineup of remaining. There's nobody left in the Justice League. It's just Gal Gadot and whoever the fuck plays Flash or Cyborg.
Ezra Miller, Jason Momoa, and I don't know who plays Cyborg. I'm sorry, guy
I
who
totally
plays Cyborg.
forgot Aquaman was.
Oh yeah, Aquaman's a movie now.
Yeah,
has the most
I don't even know if I'm
intimidating
gonna go watch
presence.
that. I really don't care
I'm
that
not
much.
going to go see Aquaman.
Remember when people were like, "Oh my god, they used stock photos of the poster." Remember that?
They use stock photos on the poster?
They use like stock
Yeah, but
sharks.
like that's what stock images are meant for.
Yeah, it's like I didn't really see a huge issue with it. I just didn't think it blended that well.
No, it didn't. It was
You
funny
can still
though.
see the watermark.
Yeah, it was
They
a
just
funny
didn't
meme,
pay
like,
for
but
it.
they like them using stock assets. I don't think was the issue.
Well, that was like the tweet that blew up. It was like, "Lol, they dead ass used the stock image in the
Yeah, like it's a
Aquaman
funny
poster."
tweet. It's a funny tweet, even if it's maybe not like super
I mean,
fair. But it's
it was
still
so
funny.
easy to notice. I think that's more of the issue.
Yeah,
that you're able to be
yeah,
like,
exactly.
Oh, I've seen that stock
Wait, I wonder
photo.
what happens when I look up shark. I bet it's like the first result. Shark. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna look up shark stock photo.
I'm gonna look up Aqua.
Yeah, it's like
Man.
one of the first fucking pictures. Shark stock photo. I got it.
Oh my god, you're right. They did use a shark stock photo.
Okay, I just read a tweet totally unrelated that really hurt me. But whoever said stairs are just 3D ladders.
Oh
He is
shit,
correct.
he's right.
Do you guys think we should just become like a comic book movie podcast at this time?
Honestly,
No,
we talk
because
about
I
that a
don't-
lot.
I know absolutely nothing about fucking comic
Maybe
books.
not comics in general, but just like fucking like Marvel movies and Star Wars movies and shit. Because it feels like we talk
let's
about
not
that a lot.
to Marvel movies for the next hour and a half.
Marvel
podcast.
mouths. Boom.
Marvel
Marvel
Got the
Mouse. There we go. Let's have a.
Or loud marvels.
I can't help it. We all enjoy it a lot. It's fun.
I don't enjoy them a lot. I think they're okay.
I enjoy them a lot.
Let me
Okay.
clarify.
I enjoy them a lot. Diesel, get the fuck out of
Diesel,
here.
I'm
me and
sorry.
Brandon are
There's
starting
a lot
our
of
own
mediocre
podcast.
Marvel
It's called
movies.
Marvel
We're gonna get
Shills.
Tony Stark in the podcast. Fuck you.
Not even- not
Robert
even
Downey
Robert
Jr. is the
Downey
new
Jr.
host, replacing Diesel.
And then we're gonna get Thanos.
He's like, "Thanks for coming on, Thanos. It's great to be here."
So how do you feel after
Speaking
wiping
of
out half the
Thanos,
universe?
have you guys seen that Thanos car meme that's been driving around the meme economy?
Yes.
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 Thanos car, Thanos car, Thanos car.
I
That
also
thing
saw
existed
someone
once.
Photoshop a Yeezy.
I know, but Thanos car.
Thanos easy.
God, that's so
You guys,
stupid.
I made a whole video just on like the various Thanos meme formats because there's so fucking many. Like
There's so many of them. They're
There's-
still like relevant too.
they're
There's
still
more.
relevant, and their new ones are still being made. Like there's Thanos car. There's the what does this monster have to mourn? There's let me guess your home. There's fucking Thanos Kirby.
Yeah.
There's just changing Thanos' face.
I feel like everyone in r/meme economy is just rewatching Infinity War looking for memes.
Look at like what it's like prequel memes. Like every quote from like that movie, anything said in that movie is a meme.
And it just happens. There's like more and more prequel
just
memes.
keeps
and
coming,
the prequels are so fucking old. Like, and they just keep coming. It's like the fucking Smash Mouth thing where it's like they just keep coming, they just keep coming, they just keep coming.
This has 20k upvotes, and r/Thanos did nothing wrong.
When you were debating with someone in a thread and another user tries to support him, does this chattering animal speak for you?
It's like, just take any line from the movie and quote it. It's a meme now. It's great.
Or you can just like change the meme. That character really does look like Squidward without a nose.
Yeah, like he does. But someone we're like, have you guys realized? And someone said this on the fucking subreddit. But did you guys are you guys thinking about like all the new ones that are gonna come with Avengers 4?
A lot.
There's gonna be like a whole bunch of other formats.
There's gonna be a whole new fucking subreddit called Thanos did everything wrong, or something like that.
In loving memory of Thanos.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. We can't really say that one because it's a spoiler, but whatever.
There is a spoiler.
I feel like it's been long enough.
It has been long enough. If you haven't seen it yet,
okay, so Infinity War spoilers.
I think I've said that before.
Infinity spoilers right now. Top 4 confirmed deaths that will not be resurrected after Avengers 4. Loki, Gamora, Vision, and the DC Universe.
Oof. Wait, do they really think Gamora's not going to get resurrected?
I don't think she's going to get resurrected.
Dude, I think the Guardians of the Galaxy movie isn't going to get resurrected. I don't
think there's going to be a Guardians 3.
At this rate, there probably isn't.
Yeah.
There's also Thanos' chair.
God, this is stupid. We're just gonna look at the fucking Marvel memes. We need to move on.
One of my favorite ones. Okay,
hour.
one last thing. One of my favorite let me guess your home memes is let me guess your home, and he's like, yes, thank you for chopping me off. And Doctor Strange is just, of course, anytime. It's very wholesome.
Okay, can we go on now? Quite introduce your music Rex. Go.
Okay, so a couple episodes ago, we did music Rex for the first time in like 2 years. I recommended Clams Casino All Night featuring Vince Staples, Everything, Cough Cough, and Devastated by Joey Badass. So what'd you guys think, starting with Brandon?
Clams Casino, All Night. It was I liked it. I'd consider putting it in my playlist. It was like good, but like at the same time it's like,
Did you listen
I don't know
to
if I like it
thing?
that much. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Definitely.
Yeah, there's one bit.
You gave us 5 minutes to listen to 3 songs.
There's like, I didn't give you a time limit. You chose to take 5 minutes.
No, he didn't. He didn't give us a time limit.
Shut up.
Brandon, you're just a fucking bastard.
Let me continue. Yeah, I am. I liked Cough Cough. I would definitely put that in my playlist actually. Damn. And Devastated was okay.
I
surprisingly like Cough Cough.
Cough Cough was the one I thought you'd like be like the most opposed to.
No, I surprisingly like that one.
Sick.
So, I didn't like Devastated that much though. I heard that so many fucking times. It's okay. Yeah, Devastated's okay.
I like Devastated. I think it's chill. I think it has good vibe to it.
Yeah, it's a fun summer jam, you know.
Yeah, that's what I felt. Too bad it's fucking.
But it's almost winter.
Too bad it's almost winter.
Just doesn't stop raining forever.
But
I wish we had that problem. We'd have less fires.
Diesel, what did you think?
I mean, I already had Devastated in my playlist from like previously. It's a good song. Cough Cough, I actually I'm surprised I had never heard that song. That shit's right up my alley. I listen to that. I fuck with that.
Hell yeah.
I mean, Clams Casino is always good. It was, you had good picks this time. They're all like solid things that you should put into your playlist. That's what I say. They're all solid.
We should have had Lil Pump
additions.
featuring Roblox.
That song was awful. That last episode.
It is awful.
That was already on Music Rex. It wasn't actually on Music Rex, but we mentioned it in the video. We gave it
like it's an uncomfortable song. Like if I played that in my car with like my mother, like I don't know how I feel about that, man.
I don't think I would be okay playing All Night in like the car with my mother. To be fair,
I don't think mine would care. I think she'd be fine with it. But like the Kanye Lil Pump one,
like I wouldn't put it in the car with my non-existent mother. I don't even have to worry about that.
One.
It's like I'm not gonna listen to Poopity Scoop like ever. Like,
I'd much rather listen to Poopity Scoop over.
I mean, I'd much rather listen to that too. Yeah.
If Poopity
You're
Scoop,
such a fucking hoe. I love it. Like,
if Poopity Scoop had like a legitimate verse, it would go in my playlist easy. But since it's just Poopity Scoop, I can't.
Poopity Scoop.
Poopity Whoopity Scoop.
But like the instrumental in that song is really good in my opinion. Like on
It is
Poop-
a good. It's a good song, honestly. It's, I
on
don't even
Poopity-
know
on
what but,
Poopity
like, it's
Scoop.
fun to listen to. Poop, poop.
Poop. People order our patties.
It's something everyone can listen to.
People order our patties.
God, that's music. There we go.
Nice.
Done with your. We resurrected your dead topic.
Happy, quite. It's back now.
Yay.
Well, then now Brandon and I need our own special segments.
No,
about
I need to bring
stupid
back
shit.
Roblox politics.
Yeah, no, I've
I
been
haven't
waiting
looked
for
into
that
in a
update,
while.
Brandon. I'm very invested
Roblox
in this.
politics.
Yeah. I've been waiting for dumb shit to happen, like real life dumb shit, like politics wise, because like honestly, Roblox politics are way more mundane than fucking real life politics. It's kind of disappointing. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, are you telling me fake politics works better than real politics? What a
Yes.
surprise!
It's pretty fucking disappointing.
Student government.
I thought like the Kim Jong Un and like Roblox would be like, "Fuck you, America," and just nuke them. But
If
no,
I was, I would.
I know, right?
We would be awful
God.
world leaders.
I know.
What's
okay,
happening?
though.
What's happening with?
'Cause we're not world
What's
leaders.
happening with Oni NG?
So Oni and G had a let me open the tweet real fast. But essentially,
They have a
Oni and G
situation.
said so YouTube flat out won't let the Oni and G channel make money anymore. I've reapplied to be made a partner, and they have responded saying that I have inappropriate use of family entertainment characters in my videos, and I can't even private those videos. They want them deleted. And essentially, they were talking about like his parodies of shows like The Simpsons and shit. And somebody made a comparison that like they let channels like Adult Swim post adult parodies of family entertainment characters, so it seems kind of hypocritical. And it seems like they got their monetization back, but that was after like a big fucking fuss was made about it. Cause,
Yeah, huge fuss.
yeah,
was made
apparently,
about it.
they had denied him before when he had followed up. So like the only reason they did anything was because like a big shebang was made.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Yes,
Just saying,
I
because like
agree.
parody is not even against YouTube's terms of service. It's actually, I'm pretty sure it's encouraged. Like for transformative content, parody is encouraged. I'm pretty sure. So it's especially fucked up to just disallow someone that kind of like, you know, monetization because they had fucking parodies in the channel. It's like that is something that YouTube thrived off of, especially in the early days. And it's like now you're just gonna be like, nah, that's not okay.
Anybody
Parody banned.
remember Racist Mario would not do well in today's climate?
Nope.
I hope.
Dude, all the shit from like 2012, 2010 would
All
be
the
awful.
filthy
now.
Frank
A lot
stuff
of
wouldn't
like
fly
the
today.
like crude humor animation stuff just wouldn't slide today, would it?
Animation
that
period
stuff was
barely flies
awesome.
today.
I mean, it's
mm.
resurfaced in a big way, but like in a much more simplistic way, I guess too.
Yeah, the story time YouTuber. But
I
like,
mean, the storytime stuff, like, I don't know, it makes sense. It's like YouTube's algorithm favors longer content, so it's like, okay, dumb down the animations and make it as interesting as possible.
Yeah,
and,
and
then
like
there you go.
it's obviously kid marketed as well, so like big
Yeah,
audience.
I mean, like, it does well, and like they
it
put a
does
lot of
well,
work
and like
into it,
I
so it's
find
whatever.
some of it pretty compelling.
yeah, I find a
Yeah,
lot
I
of
mean-
it compelling too.
They turn really stupid stories and like actually something I can watch.
Yeah, like
interesting.
I've seen the criticism that they seem to all cover like a lot of the same kind of story types, but I feel like they can like all talk about it in different ways. Like there's a shit ton of ways to experience the same thing between people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would agree with that. And it's like they talk about their life experiences, so obviously there's gonna be similarities. Like, oh, I worked like a shitty service job.
Yeah, it's like oh we all had anxiety or whatever. You know?
I went to high school.
I mean, it's like, oh, we have anxiety or whatever, and it's like, I mean, I guess that's kind of like, maybe that's Storytime animators, the way they became Storytime animators is they all have certain background things in common that led them there. I don't know.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, like, especially like in teenage years as well, it's like you're anxious as fuck in high school. At least, like, it's like presenting in class the whole thing that was fucking popping up. It's like, yeah, you get anxious. It's like you deal with it most
It's
of the
like,
time.
I
Most
get-
kids get anxious and
I
deal
thought
with
that
it.
was so stupid. The like original tweet that like started that bullshit. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
I won't lie, like that whole thread like just kind of put me off the wrong way.
I get the perspective. It's like, yeah, you're anxious. You don't want to present. I didn't want to present
it's
either
like-
when I had
it's like-
fucking classes.
Yeah, it's like
but like,
I get the perspective and I empathize, but it's like ignoring your problems is not going to solve it. Like there's
Hey.
exposure therapy
Yeah.
exists for a reason.
I mean, I'll tell you from personal experience, I'm glad I fucking presented in class when I was younger, because it's like, that helped me get confidence in presenting in general. It's like it helps build you up, you know? It's like you get used to it. You stop caring as much. It's like, because think about it. No one fucking cares. Everyone has to do the same thing. No one cares that you're talking and presenting. Like, no one gives a shit. You know?
Yeah.
It's like, who cares? The teacher. The teacher cares. Everyone else is like, who gives a shit? I hate doing this too.
Yeah,
so
it's
it's
like,
not even that big of a deal.
Yeah, I mean,
but I can see why it'd scare you if you need to do it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say I don't understand the perspective, but I think like just not giving people the choice to not do it is gonna hurt them long term.
It totally
Yeah,
is.
Because it's
like,
maybe the
Yeah,
people.
because what if you have to make a pitch for a job?
Yeah, it's like maybe
Exactly.
that crowd doesn't care, right? And like I get that, like saying the crowd doesn't care what you're doing, like doesn't make it go away, but like doing it more and more probably will, at least to a degree.
Yeah, you'll stop caring.
Yeah,
I mean,
maybe you won't
even,
stop caring, but like it becomes more manageable.
I think Bo Burnham talked about it in the H3 podcast.
Probably,
the one that's not on
yeah,
YouTube.
I think he
where
did.
He
Like,
talked
a
about
few minutes
stage fright. Yeah, he talked about how like every time he went on stage, it's like he loved it, but like before he went on, he was like really fucking anxious all the time. And it's like, I think it's just something everybody has because like you are talking in front of people, and it isn't something that you would necessarily want to do, but you need to do it. And I'll say this: it's better to do it in high school and have some experience than not do it in high school, get to a job position where you have to present something to your coworkers, and then you can't.
Yeah. And I've heard the argument, well, I'm just going to get a job where I don't have to do that. Nope, doesn't matter what job you have. You will have to present something to somebody at some point, and it will be like speaking in front of a boardroom or in a meeting or something.
Even if it's just the interview.
The stakes are going to be higher. Or an interview, yeah. Like, that's the same thing. Like, that just builds your communication skills. That shit's important. You know, like, you have no idea. Like, I've met people who clearly, you know, they didn't have that, like, public presenting, but they didn't know how to hold a conversation either. And you can tell, like, okay, you go in for an interview, they ask you a question, they bring up a conversation. You're not able to hold that conversation. You're the one that's not going to get the job, and the guy who's able to actually hold that conversation is going to get the job. You might be more qualified, but you're not going to get it because you just can't, you know, talk the talk.
Yeah, it's like you have to be able to sell yourself.
Yeah, communication skills in the workplace is like extremely important because it's like you need to talk with your coworkers about things, and you need to talk to your boss about things.
Yeah, and it's like and a lot of people who say that kind of stuff, they're not saying it out of a place of like, oh, you're weak for not doing this. Like, we say it because we get it, but it's necessary.
Yeah.
Yeah, trust me, you'll be a lot more thankful once you're in high school and you're like,
we're
damn, I'm glad I
YouTubers
did that.
and we're like, yeah, you need this. The most interaction you have is talking into a microphone, Brandon. Let's be real here.
But
Well,
like,
yeah, but like,
it's like you still get the feedback from people.
No, it's like even though like my job really doesn't apply to this at, like as much as like at least yet, you know, it doesn't apply that much. It's like I'm glad I still did it in high school because it's like if I ever have to do it, I'm gonna be way more equipped than if I didn't do it in high school.
Yeah,
you know,
I mean, like,
and it's like
ahead,
even you talking to a mic, it's like you need some sort of like speaking skills. And it's like that kind of stuff helps with that.
I'll tell you this right now, though. When I was like at a panel at PAX East, that like skill set of being in front of a live audience and talking, and being like here where we can't really like see or comprehend our audience.
Oh, it's a lot
Totally
different.
Definitely.
Totally
It's a lot different. I'm glad I'm sitting in this chair speaking into this microphone.
Yeah.
I prefer this way more than, you know, potentially speaking at a panel.
I think that would be really cool.
They have no
you know?
choice in this.
We should have
I think
live Loudmouths one day.
Oh no.
Could you imagine? Loudmouths
Can you
live
imagine?
show?
I'm not going to because
Vote to make not live loudmouth not necessary.
Maybe
Yes.
maybe sometime.
No live loudmouth.
Maybe sometime that's not right now.
Yes.
Well, we wouldn't get a panel at PAX because we're not big enough.
Not like a PAX panel, but like a live episode of Loudmouth. God,
Not a live on YouTube. Nobody wants that. Podcasts on YouTube that are live never happens.
No, but like, oh my god, it'd be like the H3 podcast. They filled up an entire like comedy club for that.
Yeah, that's crazy. I'd enjoy
It's
that
insane.
though. That seems like fun.
Yeah, it's insane that a podcast isn't even on YouTube can get so much traction.
I know.
Yeah, crazy how there's only one podcast on YouTube. That's insane.
I know, right? Like, why is no one else jumping in this market?
Yeah,
I know.
Like
We have
really
we
crazy,
have
dude.
We have the market. We are the market. There's no
Yeah,
competition.
are
I
the
mean, dude,
YouTube
come on. Like they
podcast
know,
market.
oh, that's the Loudmouth niche. We can't go there. Like we'll tread on their territory.
They respect the territory.
They respect the life.
They respect the authority.
Yeah. been running this game.
I
feel like we completely passed over the ONING thing, and I feel like it's really important to have that conversation.
I said my piece, honestly. Like,
yeah, same. It's like it is. Like I pretty much agree with Brandon.
There we go. I agree with Brandon too. Everybody
you two
go back
big
and
dickhead.
listen to
Anyways,
Brandon.
let's talk about Apple
circle
now.
jerk. That's the fun part.
Let's talk about Apple now and how they're big dickheads in their own way. Are you ready?
Fill me in, Brandon, because I didn't watch the keynote.
Okay, so Apple had a keynote this morning at 10 a.m., which I hated getting up for. But anyways, I watched it with Henry, and we watched it, and they announced the Apple Watch 4 and the iPhone XS, the iPhone XS Max. Awful fucking name. iPhone XR, and then Todd Howard went on the thing and showed Skyrim.
Skyrim's on the new iPhone?
Well, it's like Blades. It's the thing they showed. It's Elder Scrolls Blades.
Oh, Blades,
yeah.
like the mobile
It's
game.
the thing they showed at E3. But like we were watching it, and like Todd Howard was introduced, and we're like, "What the fuck? Todd Howard's at an Apple keynote?" It was so weird.
I remember I just saw your tweet about it, and I was like, "Wait, what? What am I missing?"
Yeah, he was at the Apple keynote. It was so fucking weird to see him walk on stage because it's like you see all these Apple people and then just fucking Todd Howard.
He's literally everywhere. Oh, he's at the Microsoft panel. Oh, he's at his own panel. Oh, he's at the Apple keynote. What the fuck?
I saw when you sent that tweet out, Brandon. I was like frantically looking for information about why in fucking hell Todd Howard was at the Apple event, and I couldn't find anything. And I was really confused, and I thought you photoshopped that.
I thought it was fake at first.
I thought it was fake.
It's Elder Scroll. It was Elder Scroll Blades. They were showing off the iPhone's capability, and honestly, like, okay, the new products they showed, so the new iPhones and the Apple Watch, like, they look great. Like, they look great and they run great. Like, the graphics performance in the iPhone XS and the XS Max. I hate that fucking name.
It's a mouthful.
It is. But like the new fucking graphics they have in it, and the new CPU is like 50% faster than the X, I believe. Or it was the last gen chip they used, so it's a lot fucking faster. And the game looked really good on the iPhone XS. It looked really good. So like that's good. The only thing that's bad about these phone, actually I'll wait for that because it's a funny feature of the Apple Watch. So the Apple Watch 4 introduced a bunch of new health shit. I'm not really gonna go into that because it's not as funny. But there's a new feature where if you fall, it will alert the emergency services. Like it gives you an option in your watch to alert the emergency services. Like Siri will be like, "Hey, are you okay? You just had a hard fall."
You good, bro? You good?
That's weird.
And you can call the emergency services on your watch. And it's like, I fell and I can't get up. That was my immediate thought process. I'm like, anybody who made those buttons they put around their necks just went out of business. But okay, anyways. And then, like, the big thing about this event that I was waiting for the entire time, because I knew with the leaks that they were going to announce everything they did. I was waiting for the prices, and holy shit, I am so fucking disappointed with the smartphone market at the moment with the prices. The Apple Watch 4 for the base model is $400.
Oh.
The fucking Apple Watch. Then the one with LTE is $500.
Oh, Jesus
the iPhone
Christ.
X is $1,000.
Hi.
The iPhone XS Max is $1,100. These are all base models. And the iPhone XR is $750. And the iPhone XR is supposed to be the cheaper model with the LCD screen, the one camera, and no 3D touch. So
Doesn't like the
the
iPhone
prices
7 have
are
3D
really
touch?
high. Yeah, it does.
How the fuck does that
But-
work?
They got rid of it to make it cheaper. That was the whole premise. Because it's like, you have to put a layer behind the screen. So, like, if we just get rid of that, we can make it cheaper.
But it's like
and
the
still make a lot
iPhone
of money.
7 is like cheaper than an iPhone XR would be right now, wouldn't it?
Yeah. They're just
that's-
price gouging.
It's just
They're price
counterintuitive,
gouging.
isn't it?
That's all they're doing. That's literally all they're doing. They're just price gouging at this point.
Just
because
gonna
they know
get
they
early
can.
adopters this way, and then the price will go down.
I'm not sure about that.
Wait till the next
think-
iPhone to come out. Like, they
Well,
release one like every fucking year.
That's what they said last year. Because the iPhone X came out last year with the iPhone 8, and the iPhone X was $1,000.
I don't
The
know.
iPhone XS is the same price. So, and then the iPhone XS Max, the 500 gig model, is $1,450.
All of their products are so incredibly overpriced. Honestly,
Yeah,
though,
but the
like,
thing is-
I'm kind of disappointed with what they announced. Like, I was hoping for something a little bit more innovative than fucking Elder Scrolls Blades.
They don't
Well,
fucking,
that wasn't
like,
even an announcement. That was just
Apple
like they
doesn't
were
really
showing
do,
off
like-
the graphics.
They don't really do innovation stuff right now. They just do what the like people fucking did 2 years ago. Like, you can have 2 phone numbers on one phone now.
See, I was hoping that they were gonna get in on the VR market, like with this cycle.
They have
phones.
augmented reality stuff.
Yeah, but like they were gonna release like an Apple headset where you like slip in your phone.
Okay, I got what you're saying.
Yeah, like they could have done something with Blades in that regard.
I could totally see them announcing that next year for the same.
Like, don't tell me you can't
phone.
already picture like an Apple branded like VR headset
Easily.
where it has the Apple logo on the front, right? And it's like a sleek white color.
Yeah, I could.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of imagining like a modified PSVR that has like a slot for you to shove the phone in.
I see,
Yeah,
they
totally do that.
If Apple did VR, they'd make sure it felt really premium, but it was cheap as fuck to make.
Yeah. But like, I don't know. With this lineup, what I was hoping for was the iPhone XS Max. That's what I was hoping for, because my upgrade cycle is almost up on my phone, and I'm probably gonna get that. But what I am disappointed with is the fucking price, because I knew it was gonna be expensive, right? But I didn't think it was gonna be that expensive. I was expecting $1,200 for the Max model, because like the rumors were, Apple's gonna lower the price of the iPhones to compete with Samsung, because Samsung also upped the price of their shit. And if you want a 500 gig model, I think it's like $1,250, which is like the equivalent of the 250 gig model for the iPhone XS Max. So I don't know. I wish I think both of them are like in a price war at the moment to up the price and not lower it. So that's great. But I don't know. I'm just disappointed with the price. That's really it. I kind of expected everything else, except the fact that there's no red for the iPhone XS Max. I hate that fucking name so much. I hate it. Why did they pick that name?
All of those names sound terrible. Like, I can't even lie.
Well, it's like, okay, iPhone XS Max. That sounds better to say, but it's a fucking X there. So it's like you want to say X instead of 10. But like, Max?
Maximum overdrive.
That is like the whole premise behind it.
XR, like, it's just getting like more and more like
XX360 no scope.
I don't know why they call it XR. I mean, like, Jackson made a parody video, and in the video he was like, iPhone XR, you a peasant?
That's pretty much it. I'll be seeing people here who can't afford the fucking groceries buying the newest iPhone. I'm just like, the fuck is wrong with you people?
I mean, if you get it in a plan, it comes pre-included. Like what carriers do nowadays, it's like you sign up for the plan, and then a big chunk of the plan is you just paying for the phone.
Yeah.
And at the end of your cycle, you just trade it in for a new one, or you pay the one off you currently have and keep it, and then you get a new one. So that's kind of like what it does. But like, I'm kind of just disappointed that they're so fucking expensive for what they are. Really, that's what it comes down to. But other than that, like, they look good. Especially the Apple Watch, like, it's a big fucking upgrade compared to the other ones. Like, there's 40% more screen real estate now on the Apple Watch compared to the old ones, just because they made the bezel smaller. So that's pretty good. But, yeah, that's the iPhone stuff. Apple. Oh, and then you can pre-order them the 14th at 12:01 PDT, and then they ship the 21st. Or something like that. I think it's the 21st or 24th. I can't remember. Neat. So, yeah. Fries on burgers and sandwiches. Yes or no? Go.
No. I didn't realize that was a thing before today.
Really?
No, I didn't.
What about you, Diesel?
I mean, I'm not one to do it, but I think I can see the appeal in doing it.
Yeah, like
I've done it before. It tastes good.
I can I don't think when in the Twitter thread that I was talking about, like, obviously I was exaggerating a bit because it was funny, but I think I can see it being similar to just putting like a piece of bread in your sandwich, like an extra one, like they do in some burgers. I guess
it's like if you put chips on like a sandwich, to give it a little extra crunch.
Wait,
Yeah.
I don't know about the chips in the sandwich.
Okay, you've never done that either?
No.
Oh my god, you're so weird.
Yeah, what the hell? That's weird, man.
Okay.
Is it like a weird thing to do it? Like, are Brandon?
I've never heard of it.
Apparently, it's a weird thing to do. I mean, like, I've done both. I like both. I don't do it often, but I've done it before.
I've heard of
I like
either
having my
before
fries separate.
Henry was telling me too that in the UK it's kind of like a normal thing.
I guess in the UK maybe, but like, same the UK, boo.
I've done it here.
I don't think there's a problem with that. I don't see like people like, ew, that's weird. It's like,
I mean, I don't have a problem with it. Let's just say I'm hiring a couple hitmen to come to your place, but
Okay. I'll just hire a guy to make you eat a cheeseburger with
don't-
fries on it.
Don't
No,
eat
I
chips
can't
in your
eat.
sandwich while you're in the movie theater watching the movie.
You're really just gonna show up to my birthday party with a birthday gift on my birthday to my birthday party with a birthday gift?
I thought you said
I love
birthday,
that clip.
birthday gift, and I was like, what?
No, I love that clip. I love that fucking clip.
He's like, "Happy birthday!" Just smashes the wine glass in his face.
It's great.
Oh my
clip.
god, you're gonna have to mark this. Hold on 1 second.
And we're back.
Welcome. No, let me do it. Fuck you. Okay, that works too. Okay.
Yeah, there's no reason to
Totally.
do something else.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Diesel got shot. Just doing his thing.
I mean,
Diesel has fatal wounds. This will be the last podcast with Diesel on it. The next episode will have Thanos instead.
Robert Downey Jr.
Both of them.
Oh my god, it's Robert Downey Jr.
They're gonna. Next episode of the cast, not FPS. He can be dead. Thanos and Tony Stark will work out the differences on the cast and talk about why they don't like each other, and they'll have like a little talk, heart to heart.
They're going to be
That's the
permanent.
next
They're
episode.
going to be permanent hosts, just so we are clear.
Yeah, so like it's going to be a lot of arguing with them, and we're going to be mediating, and we're going to try to like make the conversations work. You know, like whenever we talk about the MCU, there probably going to be a lot of arguments, but you know, whatever, that works.
Yeah,
okay, Diesel, since the last episode, let's talk about Murder Mom.
Whether or not she's a mother remains to be seen. But this lady wrote a book, right, titled "How to Murder Your Husband." Assumedly, you'd get away with this crime, but since we're talking about her, she obviously got caught for murdering her husband, which I can't see why you would do that.
I think she forgot to write the chapter where you don't get caught. And I think that's the problem here.
She should have read that book about murdering your husband. Probably would have helped her out a bit.
She just wrote it, and she like I guarantee you, it's probably no chapter where like there's like a fucking how to get away with it type thing.
How to not get caught doing this thing I'm teaching you how to do.
Or maybe wait.
It's like how to not do, like there's no chapter on how to do one of the most essential parts of this thing I'm teaching you to do.
Her name
not
is
getting
Nancy. Caught. What an old lady named Nancy.
Yeah, I mean, like that's such an innocent name too.
It's
like
very much
Nancy
an older person.
Nancy
Never thought
killed her
Nancy would
husband.
murder anybody.
Yeah, that's
God,
so
Washington
weird.
Post, I am not disabling ad block. Wow. Okay.
When you disable it, it's just like fucking 60 ads pop up on your screen. It's like you are the reason
They
I have
just
this
hit me
installed.
with like, they're like, oh, give us $1. And you can view ad free. It's like, I don't want to give you jack shit.
Apparently, wait. Now I want to do research of this more to see like what happened, because apparently she wrote this in 2011. And then, so like, did she like kill her husband a long time ago and she just got caught? It's like, lady with dead husband writes book on how to murder your husband.
Maybe
I wonder. This is suspicious.
Maybe she was writing it as she was like doing it.
Yeah, she was like, it's like a documentary.
It's like, yeah, this is my fucking diary. This wasn't supposed to get published.
God. See, so here's the thing. So Nancy seemed to have a knack for writing about the murder of her spouse's quote. So she wrote a book entitled The Wrong Cop, where she wrote about a woman who spent her days fantasizing about killing her husband. In The Wrong Husband, a woman tried to flee an abusive husband by faking her death. And in How to Murder Your Husband, an essay, Nancy wrote about how to get away with murdering your husband. So, end quote. And so, yeah, there you go.
Shit,
She spent her entire life probably irritated at her husband. It's probably an ass.
She's been busy at work. She does her stick, you know.
That's so fucked up. Just get a
probably
divorce
more-
like
this-
a normal person.
There's probably more to it than that, than what we're, like, getting into, you know? Like, because it takes a lot to murder your spouse, I'd imagine, you know? Like, you don't just wake up one day and go,
I'm just
well, I'm gonna
imagining
do
it as like the spouse was like totally normal, and then like she was just like, I fucking hate
No,
it.
I'm just like imagining like Eustace, because that's clearly has to be her husband's name is Eustace. That Nancy just murdered Eustace in cold blood for no reason. He was just like reading the newspaper. She's like, yeah, she stabs him.
It's she's like the innocent old lady type. It's like, bye honey, I'm off to work. bye. And it's like once he closes the door, I fucking hate it. That's what I imagine this being.
That's the good old American marriage right there. Staying together even though you hate each other.
Yeah.
God. But
wait,
yeah,
you know
that's
what-
weird.
Hold up. We didn't talk about how the fucking Waffle House is like a weather beacon.
Oh my god, we completely passed over that. Why the fuck
I need
does
to talk.
Waffle House
We need to
have
talk
this?
about this. Quite, explain it.
I really don't know that much. I just saw it on Twitter moments.
I mean, it is what it is. Like, Waffle House has a storm center where they track the fucking hurricane.
Yeah, Waffle
Yeah.
House is considered an essential resource when monitoring natural disasters in the U.S. The restaurant chain, which normally stays open even through extreme weather, revealed that it's closely watching Hurricane Florence development as the storm approaches the East Coast. I can't read or talk.
Death.
Why?
Someone send help.
Why?
Nancy needs to kill me.
Why do they have that? Like, why is Waffle House who we go to when we have hurricanes or natural disasters? Like,
Well, personally,
why?
Diesel, I don't know of a source I would trust more than Waffle House.
I wouldn't.
Is there like
I
a-
would trust Waffle House the least.
Dude, why I trust Waffle House very thoroughly.
I wouldn't
Is there
trust
like a lot of... Wait, is there like
Waffle
a...
House is a respected establishment, and don't
Is
you
there like
dare
a lot of
besmirch their
Waffle
name.
Houses on the East Coast?
I don't even trust Waffle House to deliver me my food, let alone
Holy
deliver me
shit.
the
Why would you
weather.
get why would you get delivery from Waffle House?
There is
to
a
my
lot
table.
of fucking... Dude,
Oh,
there's a
okay.
lot of fucking Waffle Houses on the East Coast. Holy fucking shit. I'm sending a picture.
Dude,
That's a lot
Holy
of Waffle
shit.
Houses.
maybe there are emergency centers and they have stock up of waffles on hand to give out to people.
There's a
No,
lot
they
of
have
Waffle
like a
Houses in,
basement.
like, further down south. Where is that? Is that Atlanta, Georgia? That they all are? Yeah, there's like
I
a
don't
lot
know.
down there.
That's like the entirety of the East Coast.
It's like they completely avoided West Virginia.
They just like fucking like
one.
circle around. It's poisonous.
Yeah, it looks like they did.
They all seem to like
Fallout.
center the most in like this that little epicenter in the bottom left. Where is that?
Why is there a Waffle House
I don't
index from FEMA? Why does FEMA have a graph on Waffle House?
I don't know.
That's
What's
weird.
FEMA again?
They respond to natural disasters slow and with unsatisfying results.
Maybe like a Waffle House like has like a specific thing they do in the case of emergencies, like where they offer assistance or whatever.
They offer waffles. They offer cold waffles.
Like you mentioned, they had like a basement thing, right?
No, that was a meme.
Oh.
I was saying like, what if they have like a basement that's like for tornadoes and hurricanes and shit, and it's like you go in the basement and you hide.
They probably do, honestly.
Yeah.
That's why all your food shit at Waffle House, they're busy monitoring national disasters.
Waffle House isn't a restaurant at all. It's the NSA. Hide your
It's
kid.
like Waffle House closes down and then like the entire building flips upside down to reveal like a
No,
giant radar dish. God.
Oh my god.
It's a weird time. I can't believe Waffle House actually has any part in this whatsoever.
I'm surprised they have a purpose besides serving waffles.
Waffle House.
Wait, Waffle House serves waffles?
They do?
I didn't know that.
I'd never.
Wait, you didn't know Waffle House served waffles?
It's a
No.
joke because they have bad service, dumbass.
I'm really confused.
I don't know. I've not
never
had a
been to a
negative
Waffle
experience.
House in my life.
Dude, I've not had a negative experience at a Waffle House.
Really?
Nope.
I don't think I've had a positive experience.
I've
Same thing
had
with
no
Denny's.
experience.
Denny's is ass.
I've had no experience.
Well, you're not missing out.
Okay. What about
It's like-
Spider-Man?
It's Spider-Man proposal. Okay. So, Quiet, maybe you can help fill me in some of the gaps here. But this guy essentially proposed to his girlfriend from using Spider-Man. Like, he contacted the developers. And they put in a
Yeah.
little Easter egg for him to, like, propose to his girlfriend.
Yeah, it was like,
And-
Maddie, will you marry me?
Yeah,
but,
and then she was like, no.
No.
She said no?
No, it wasn't that. They broke up before the game went out, and apparently
Yeah.
she left him for his brother.
Yeah. That's
Like,
apparently
before the game
shtick.
came out, so, like, it's the saddest Easter egg in existence. The good news is...
Oh my god!
good news
I
is-
didn't know that.
Some girl used it, like, some girl's girlfriend, like, name was Maddie, and she used it, proposed to her girlfriend, so, and it actually worked, so that was sweet.
That's kind of
makes
weird.
it
That's
work.
like using somebody else's proposal.
Well, I mean,
Hey.
at least it got some
Why
use,
not?
dude.
Yeah, why not?
Like, it's
I
a sign
mean,
in the game that says, Maddie, will you marry me? And the dude who was made it for it didn't get to use it.
Dude, it should just cycle through names like Coke.
Like,
Just
every single...
share
every
a Coke with Jeff. Share a Coke with Brandon.
You
share
can
a Coke
pay
with Diesel.
$5 on Fiverr.com to get your loved one's name on like the fucking proposal side.
God.
They edit your game file.
So hold on, let me fill you in a little more on this, right? So I can't find the article now, so like don't take anything I say for like, as fact. But first of all, like, am I the only person who thinks it's weird that the guy made a video about this publicly instead of contacting them and getting it removed like an adult? Because I think that's really stupid.
Wait, what did he do?
He made a video. Dude, I'm so out of the loop on this. What did he do? He made a video.
He made a video. He's like, my girlfriend broke up with me and hooked up with my brother before the game came out. Like, basically, like, dragging Maddie's name through the mud.
It seemed like it was really... It didn't feel like he was blaming it on the dev team. I thought he was just like...
No,
saying,
he wasn't blaming it on the dev team. It just like... I mean, I understand why he's upset. Don't get me wrong. I don't think he should have said that publicly. I don't think he should have been public about that and went to them and just said, "Can you please remove this? This is what happened."
Yeah, he should have just emailed them.
I mean, the thing is, though, it seemed like it happened like really close to like the release date of the game, and either way, it's just a funny meme.
Yeah, but here's where it gets weird, right? Because I was reading the article, and like, okay, so this, like, sometimes proposals don't go through. Like, that's something that happens, believe it or not, and like. Apparently, and this is just from like my memory right now, but this guy, because now these people, like, the hand was played, he made a video about it publicly, so now this entire poor couple's like dirty laundry is being aired to the public. That's why I don't think he should have made a video, because now everybody's in their business and we're having a discussion about like this couple and their business, and
we shouldn't know anything about this.
No, we shouldn't. And
true.
After that, I think it was the Houston Press. I'm gonna end up doing a video on it because it pissed me off. But like, fucking, they were talking about how he was like part of like Gamergate, and it's like, okay, well, if you're an asshole or not doesn't mean that Gamergate was like all assholes. That wasn't the point. Was to like shit on women or whatever. But like, apparently, according to Maddie, she did not hook up with the brother, right? And that, they're just friends, and that he had moved in with her family at a very young age, at 15, right? Because of complications he had at home. And obviously that put stress on their relationship. And the relationship became abusive and toxic, both physically and emotionally. And this is stuff that was being discussed in the article. Like, the boyfriend was kind of a deadbeat, and he played video games all day, and he didn't really, like, better himself or try and do anything. So, she and him, like, had talked about maybe, like, that would fix their relationship. And it's like, if your relationship's that fucked, maybe getting married isn't going to fix it. And that's
married ain't going to fix anything. That's just going to make if you get married when your relationship's fucked, all that's going to do is make it harder to end the relationship when you want to end it. And it's all it's going to do.
And Maddie's not a gamer. So, like, the only way she is going to see that in Spider-Man is if he's playing Spider-Man and she's sitting right there, Wow. And it's like, she'll appease him and watch it, but she doesn't enjoy doing that because that's not what she's about.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's what I read from the article.
This guy is fucking stupid.
Well, he's a lazy asshole, apparently.
Well, it's like, okay, it's like, okay, regardless of anything that, like, was discussed with the relationship, let's say it's just like they just broke up, right? And then, like, to begin with, right, relationship problems, on top of the fact that she doesn't like video games and isn't a particular Spider-Man fan, it's like, why would you do that? That makes no sense.
It was more like he did it for himself.
Yeah, exactly. It makes no sense. This is dumb. Why do we know about this? We shouldn't know anything about this.
This should not be public news at all.
Yeah, and I feel like I feel like he's just putting stress on like both of their personal lives.
I mean, the guy did this himself. Like, he played this card because he's probably trying to get back at her, for saying no to him. And it's like,
did she say no before or like before they
broke up?
They broke up beforehand.
Yeah, so yeah. She didn't really say no to it, did she?
I mean, he probably said,
in which case there's even less of a reason for him to like play a card like that.
He's probably really just pissed, you know, and
I'd imagine
and if he's like,
it's like it doesn't give you the right to air out somebody's dirty laundry.
If he's really like, as Maddie said in like, you know, the discussion, and it wasn't like firsthand quotes, it was like paraphrasing by a journalist, so it's all like hearsay. But if what that journalist said is true, and this boyfriend really is this kind of abusive asshole, you know, like, people are like, wow, fuck Maddie. But if that's not the case in the situation, Maddie is being berated by the internet to go back to this asshole of a man. And that's even worse, because you could be encouraging an abusive relationship. Like, this should not be something that's on the internet.
Exist.
It should not be on the internet.
We should know nothing about this.
No, and it's like, you know, I saw PewDiePie cover it, and it's like, okay, but like at that rate, at that point in time, that information about Maddie wasn't made public, but like, it's not fucking okay, and I think the guy is such a dumbass, because like, now this is gonna follow him forever, you know, that he's gonna be the dumbass that did this and was completely just non-communicative with his girlfriend about the situation or anything. You know?
She didn't even play a game. That's so dumb. It's so dumb and it's like you just want to brag. It's like, I proposed to my girlfriend with Spider-Man.
I put he just wanted to have it in the game. It should be something you do for the other person because you love them, you know?
Yeah, but it's like, it makes no sense if it makes no sense if she has literally no interest at all. Like, that defeats the whole purpose. So, yeah, this is dumb. This shouldn't exist. We shouldn't know about this. This should have never surfaced. He should have emailed them and been like, "Can you please remove this from the game? It didn't work out."
Yes.
And that should have been it. They shouldn't have known anything other than that.
And even if like they couldn't,
work,
like, you shouldn't have like brought it up in public, because like the fucking shit that could have come out of that is coming out of it.
No, my fucking shift in this has like completely changed.
Yeah, same.
I thought this was like a wholesome thing that worked. I didn't know that it fucking failed miserably, and the whole reason it fails because the dude's a selfish prick.
It failed in the original extent, but like somebody did co-opt it and used it to successfully.
I didn't know about that part. I didn't read much on it. I just saw the sign and it was like people did it, and I saw people with like an engagement ring on, and I was like, okay, it worked.
Yes,
that's what I saw.
Big sad. So, but you guys want to wrap it up there?
Who's doing the thing? Oh, Diesel. Bye. Diesel,
bye. Don't be a shithole person. This has been the Loudmouse Podcast. You can listen to us only on YouTube because we're the best podcast on YouTube, because we're the only podcast on YouTube. But guess what? Even better, we're on iTunes and SoundCloud. Make sure to go follow us on there. So that way you get SoundClouds in your ear holes when you're walking in the public. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at loudmouse_. Have a good day, y'all. Don't be assholes. Fuck you. I don't know.
Well, what a
Diesel,
great...
can you marry me in Spider-Man?
No.
What a great final outro that Diesel will ever have, because this is the last episode he'll ever be on.
Yeah, Thanos coming in,
bye!
boy!